Good day, everyone. It's your boy Life in Code, and I'm here to take us on steps in running a Java Servlet code. Now, as you can see on the screen, the first thing you need to do is to install JDK, install NetBeans, then customize our NetBeans so that it can allow Tomcat server to run. Now, while installing the JDK, which JDK stands for Java Development Kit, we need to install the version 8 because is the only version that allows Tomcat to run. Now, after installing your JDK, install your NetBeans also, which is the version 8, so that it will not affect our program. Now, while installing, make sure we customize the installation to install Tomcat too. Now, let's move to NetBeans because I already installed it. I don't need to reinstall again. Now, let's move to NetBeans. Now, this is our NetBeans. In writing NetBeans, in our NetBeans, to create a new project, if you can check the steps, to create a new project, you have to come to File here, a new project. Then, this is going to be displaying this on your screen. Now, a new project, Java Web, then Web Application, because Servlet is a web-based program that displays the output on a web browser. Now we have to go on next, Web Application, but I'll be choosing a project name. Now give it a project name, but I'll be choosing a project name that suits what we are doing. Let me name it tutorial. I already have this. Okay, let me name tutorial 1. Next. Now here on your own system for the first time, it will be displaying the Glassfish server, but we are not using Glassfish. We have to select the Tomcat. Now we are not choosing any framework, so we have to finish from here. Now the project is created, which is displaying an HTML document. If you can remember, I said Java Servlet is a web-based program that displays our output on a web browser. Now this this is the HTML code that allows it to display on a web browser. I'm giving it a title, Java Servlet. Now here I'm also giving it. Now I'll be creating a form in the HTML document so that our code can display without giving any issue. Now the first thing to do is write your form, just a simple form, so that it won't take much of our time. Give it an action. Now the action is the URL we have to copy from what the output, but I will explain that as we go on. Now form, inside the form you are in need of a label. Close the tag, label. Now in the label you have to give it username, then give it we don't need any style there. Let's move to input. I have to use input, and the input here, because we'll be needing a password, is type password, attribute type, then the attribute value as password. Then give it maybe placeholder. Please enter your passkey. Now we are good to go. This is just a simple form stuff. Now let's break this so that it will not print everything on a single line. Now break this also. Now we have button. Coming, excuse me. Now we have button. Sign in to display our output. Yeah, I have to give it style. Let's style it. I'll give it a background color. Background color blue. Then the color of the text, let's give it black. Then save. Now I have to rem this. I have to comment this form so that I can display my output first, then show you guys how you can sign in and display your output using the form also. Now comment this, control backslash to comment. Now you have to give it, you have to create a servlet class as said in the steps. Now come back to where your project name is and right click, then new. On new, you have to click the servlet so that it can import all the necessary libraries you need. Now servlet. Now here I will give it a class name that suits what I'm doing. Sorry please. So I'll give it a class name that suits what I'm doing. Let me say tutorial. I've given it tutorial as a project name. Let's say for a simple name, let's say servlet 1. Now we are good to go. Let me copy this so that it won't give me issue. Then next, I think we are done here. Then finish. Now as we can see, this has preload all the libraries we need. So now we just have to write our code, but I will be using my own code because he said it's just a simple servlet code. Please give me some moments to write the code here. Now as you can see, I already have the code here. So, and I think this is to display a simple servlet. Now we have this is a simple servlet output. Now we have written the code, then save. Please, when you're writing your code, don't forget to save before you run, so that it won't delete. You don't have issues with your code, or so that you won't lose anything. Now run this. You have to give it some seconds to display the output, which will be displaying on your web browser. As we all can see here, it is displaying a blank page because you've not given it, you've not called the name of the class that we've written. Now we have to come to the URL here and paste the class name that we copied earlier. Now paste it, then enter. Now we've displayed our output, and you can see it's displaying error because the class name we called here was not the name of the Java class that we've given. Now you have to come back to this same URL here. Then now the error we made earlier was that the class name we called was not correct with what we've done. Now to avoid this, you come here, you put in your class name. You can see it is displaying it already for me because I have it. Now the project name is tutorial 1 and the class name is also servlet 1. Now we have to press enter and it's displaying my output. Now if you can remember, we talked about the form here. We talked about form that we have to come back and paste the URL here. Now we go back to our browser, copy this URL and paste it in the action attribute. On our web browser, this is what we've written here, and it's also what is displaying on our web browser. You can see this is a simple servlet output, and this is we have written it because HTML it has an heading tag, and I use the first heading tag, which is the H1, to write the body of my website, to just to display the simple Java output. Now we've copied the URL and we have to save. Control S to save and run. Now you have to sign in here. You can just write your name, then enter, and you have successfully written a Java Servlet code, and it is displayed on your web browser. Thank you for watching. Kindly click the notification button so that you can get to know more about this Java Servlet and other programming languages. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.